Act 1. The dream before the fall. There was a time when everything felt surreal, like a dream I couldn't quite wake up from. Before everything turned dark, there was light, or at least there was the illusion of it. That's the thing about dreams. They're just pretty lies wrapped up in hopes we barely understand. I had a dream I got everything I wanted, and for a while, it felt like I did. I didn't see it slipping, didn't see the shadows creeping in. You were there, smiling, pulling me into the glow of what could have been. But even then, something felt off, like there was an edge I couldn't quite place. Told you not to worry, you said, and I believed you. I believed that we could hold on to this forever, but the truth is, dreams fade. They always do. You can only pretend the darkness isn't there for so long before it swallows you whole. Act 2. The monsters we feed. There are monsters in the dark. That's what they tell you as a kid, but no one tells you the truth. That the monsters don't hide under your bed, they hide inside you. And the more you run from them, the more you feed them. When we all fall asleep, where do we go? I've always wondered that. Do we wake up in the same world, or is it something darker? Every time I close my eyes, the monsters are there, waiting. You said I was just imagining it, that I was letting my mind play tricks on me. But the monsters aren't imaginary. The scariest part is realizing I'm not afraid of them anymore. I've learned to live with them, like shadows that follow me wherever I go. They've become a part of me, and I'm not sure I know who I am without them. Act 3. Drowning in silence. It's not like I woke up one day and everything was dark. It happened gradually, like sinking into quicksand. I didn't realize how deep I was until there was no one left to pull me out. You were gone, and the silence filled the space where you used to be. I tried to scream, but my head was underwater. I was drowning, but no one noticed. No one saw me struggling, and at some point, I stopped struggling too. It's easier that way. Easier to let the silence win than to keep fighting against something I couldn't even name. You weren't there anymore. You couldn't hear me, and I didn't know how to save myself. Act 4. The ghost of what we were. It's strange to think that we're just ghosts now. Faint memories of what we used to be. I used to think we were everything, but now it feels like we were never real. Just leave me alone. That's what I should have said, but instead, I clung to the idea of us, to the hope that somehow we could fix this. I thought if I stayed quiet, if I stayed still, you'd see me, but you never did. You were always looking past me, through me. Now, I look back and it's like watching a movie. I see us there, but it's all so far away. You're just a ghost now, haunting the edges of my life, but no longer a part of it. And maybe that's how it's supposed to be. Act 5. Everything I wanted, but nothing I needed. Do you remember when I told you about my dream? The one where I had everything I wanted. It felt so real. I could touch it, hold it, taste it. But even then, I knew it wouldn't last. I had everything I wanted, but it was never enough. The more I got, the more I lost. It's like the universe has a way of balancing things out. For every moment of happiness, there's an equal amount of sadness waiting. I thought if I had everything, I'd feel whole, but I didn't. And now, even the dream feels like a lie. Act 6. The bad guy, the good intentions. Maybe I'm the villain of this story. Maybe it's always been me. I've thought about that a lot, how we all like to think we're the good ones, the ones who get hurt. But maybe I was the one doing the hurting, without even knowing it. I'm the bad guy, duh. I pushed people away. I pushed you away. It's easier that way, isn't it? To be the one who leaves first, to protect yourself by shutting everyone else out. You saw it, didn't you? How I shaped myself into what you needed, but I was never really me. I told myself I was good enough, but I never believed it. Act 7, learning to breathe again. I thought I forgot how to breathe. For so long, I was suffocating, trapped beneath the weight of everything I never said, everything I held on to. But now, for the first time, I'm learning how to let go. Things I once enjoyed just keep me employed now. It's funny how we lose ourselves in the routines, in the things we thought were important, but now I'm starting to remember what it feels like to be alive again. It's slow, like learning to walk after a fall, but it's happening. I don't need you. I never did. I thought I did, but now I see that all I needed was space, to breathe, to feel, to be. And now, for the first time in a long time, I can see the light again.